I'm back. Although I really wish it wasn't. Hello there, CriterioNate here. Back at you for more Criterion reviews. The next, however many we've got, 70 something, 60. How many more have we got? 70, 60 something or other, 68, 69 more, 67. Technically 67, 66 more. Although I'm starting to wonder why the hell I started doing this in the first place. Really am. Really am. Remember a few reviews ago when I had this, I don't know where I got, I think it was, maybe it was Masculine Feminine, where I talked about Godard, and I was talking about, and I started comparing his, and as you guys know, I can't stand Godard. I think his movies are crap, but then I started thinking about Luis Bunuel and his movies. And I thought, and I went back in my head and I thought, okay, wait a minute, and I had this realization where I realized that I would actually much rather see a Godard movie than I would a Bunuel movie. And I suddenly, because the thing is, we honestly haven't seen too many more movies from Godard. I think we've seen only 6 Godard movies. Whereas Bunuel, I think we've only seen, how many have we seen? We've seen 5, I think. Let me see, we've seen 5 now. So yeah, there's not really much to, there's not much, but it's like, but here's the thing also, I think there are way more Godard movies in the Criterion collection, so there's more to come. But Bunuel, there's not too many more, I don't think. So it's like, what I'm trying to say is this movie has basically sealed the deal as far as Bunuel being the worst director ever. Number 332, Luis Bunuel's Viridiana. This is a stupid movie. And here's where all the unsubscription. Fight me, I don't care. I'm gonna bash this movie into into non-existence. Bunuel is one of those directors who's just so full of himself that he'll do whatever he wants, and I mean, Godard is full of himself too. But the thing is, Godard's movies, they don't work, but they work for a lot of people. I mean, Buñuel's movies work for people too, but I don't care. See, here's the thing. I don't care about that, I don't care that Buñuel's movies work for people, I don't care that I don't really care that Godard's movies work for people, but I can see why Godard's movies work for people. See, I can understand why people like his movies. The gimmicks, the random titles, the muting of sound at random places, all that shit, I can understand why Godard's movies are so well loved. Buñuel, you like a Buñuel movie, I'm gonna stare at you like you're fucking crazy. Anyway, I need to just get this over with. 1961, 91 minutes, black and white, moral Spanish. Okay, so this movie is about a young nun named Viridiana, whose uncle requests that she stay with him for some time. I don't remember. I think she only stays with him for 2 days, I think. I don't remember. When they meet, he's taken aback by how much she looks like his late wife. And so he ends up really fetishizing her. When she leaves, she ends up wanting to, he asks that she put on his late wife's wedding dress, and he ends up falling in love with her, and asking her to marry him. It's his fucking niece, you know. And so he ends up, and when obviously she declines and all that, and she wants to get the hell out of there. So he does what any lecherous uncle would do. He spikes her drink and carries her to her bed unconscious and contemplates rape. He doesn't go through with it for once. For once we have a character who does not rape someone. In the morning, she wakes up. He at first lies to her and tells her that her virginity is gone, that he took her when she was asleep. And she gets really fucking upset, so she can't return to the convent because, she's no longer a clean woman, And as soon as he tells her this, he has a change of heart, and he freaks out and says, "Damn it, I shouldn't have done that." So he wants to tell his maid, Ramona, to go tell her, that. Tell her that, hey, the dude lied, he's weird as hell, But he ends up going in, and she doesn't believe him. She doesn't know what to believe anymore. She ends up going back, She ends up going to the train station, leaving. When she gets to the train station, she ends up, the police stop her and tell her that she needs to come back to the estate, or her uncle's house, because her uncle has hung himself in shame, I guess. And so, and sure enough, she's grief-stricken, so she stays there. And so his estate is left to her and his son, Jorge, who shows up with his girlfriend, Lucia. They end up moving in. They want to make renovations to the home, like build it up, rebuild and add new wings and things like that. Viridiana, on the other hand, wants to help, make it a, She takes in a bunch of beggars and tries to reform them, give them a home, teach them the good book and all that stuff. These beggars are, I don't know, they seem to feign interest in it, or whatever. So we have on one hand, and Viridiana and Jorge kind of clash throughout the movie. Mostly because they don't really know each other very well. At the same time, Jorge ends up making a pass at Ramona, the maid. Lucia ends up getting disgusted and leaving. And so one night, Jorge and Viridiana have to go into town for some meeting or something with the lawyer. Leaving the house in charge of, in charge of these, I forget who, these older people who are house sitting. And the beggars want to see the house, and they're like, no, they just want to look in. So they end up caving in, letting them in. They end up having an orgy, eating all their food up, having sex behind couches. They end up taking a photo of, in style of the Last Supper, because that's what you do in all the best sacrilegious movies. And so Jorge and Viridiana come back and Jorge throws the beggars out. However, two of the beggars end up knocking out Jorge and chaining him to a radiator. I think they chain him to a radiator or some cabinet or something. Viridiana steps into the scene, and the beggar attacks her and tries to rape her. However, Jorge, coming to and seeing this happening, convinces one of the beggars to kill the beggar that's raping her, or attempting to rape. He doesn't actually rape her. He tries to, but she struggles, And so the beggar, ends up knocking out the beggar, and in return, he gives him some money that's hidden in the cabinet next to him. And so after all this, the movie ends with Viridiana, I guess, giving up on being a nun, and just she knocks on the door with Jorge, and he's with Ramona. They're kissing, and they're gonna play some cards, and she knocks in and says, I don't remember what she says, but she ends up coming in, and he invites her in, and she says, "Oh, we're just gonna play cards." And so she sits down with them, and he has this infamous line about, I'd always thought I'd be shuffling the deck with my cousin, or something like that, and that's how the movie ends. So you're supposed to imagine that they're going to have a menage a trois, They're just playing cards, but, playing cards could lead to other things, I really wanted to... at first I was like, my original rating was D- because it's Bunuel, so... And I hated the uncle, But then the rest of the movie, I was like, okay, where is this movie going? I wasn't sure where this movie was going. But then the ending just really fucking flat out ruined it for me. It's like Viridiana just gave up. It's really sad, that it's really sad, and I wanted to believe in her. I wanted to believe that she would be strong, but the fact that she just gave up and just gave in to, Jorge and his secular ways, just thought it was pathetic. Now again, my original rating, D-. There's only one place you can go from there. F. This movie sucks. I don't care that it won at Cannes or the Palme d'Or. It sucks. There are way, way, way better movies that you could see than Viridiana. There are way better Bunuel movies you could see than this. If you have to watch a Bunuel movie, why not Diary of a Chambermaid? Why not that one? And if you have to watch two, The Scripture on the Bourgeoisie. If you have to watch two, watch those. Don't watch That Obscure Object of Desire, because it's just as stupid. Don't watch The Phantom of Liberty, because it's just as stupid. I'm turning into Daffy Duck, spitting all over the place. This is what Bunuel's shitty movies do. I'm sorry. I just can't get behind this guy. And I know you guys are going to fight me for this. And I invite you guys to fight for me. I invite you guys to fight for me, but I expect you guys to fight me on this and say that I'm crap. I say that I'm an idiot. I expect it. And whatever. I don't care. I stand behind my opinion of this. This is one I have absolutely no interest in rewatching, and I'm getting all worked up over nothing, because this movie is nothing. There. F. Supplements. I gotta talk about supplements, because there's plenty of supplements. There's an interview with Sylvia Pinal, who played Viridiana, and she talks about one of the beggars who I guess was mentally challenged and ended up pissing all over the place. And then there's an excerpt, a long-ass excerpt from an episode of Cinéas de Notre Temps, which is a French film show, with an interview with Bunuel talking about one of his first movies that got banned everywhere. And then there's an author with some white guy named Richard Porton, some white dude, white film critic who's just lavishes praise all over this movie. And and he says, wait a minute, I gotta get my nose up in the air. Get my nose up in the air. Viridiana, she actually is gonna be worth something now. She's a failure at everything she does. So now she's gonna be a woman. She's gonna have babies, and she's gonna amount to something. Fuck you! Then there's the U.S. trailer, which is no better, because we're no better. And yeah, Viridiana, F, fuck it. So, that's it for today, thank fucking God. Tomorrow, well, tomorrow I don't know if we're gonna, you know, wait, before we get to tomorrow, let's talk about Barnes & Noble. Because I had a round, for the two of you, for the one of you who might still be watching, as you know, the Barnes & Noble sale has got one more week. I may do another one. I checked my account. I might splurge and get one more. Although it'd probably be a really cheap one. But for now, what did I pick up? I got Seven Samurai. Oh my God, I am important. Seven Samurai, finally. This beast. And then I got, oh, what else I got? I got that Mr. Arcade. Got that Mr. Arcade with the book. I can't wait to read. And I didn't realize how freaking big. Look at how big this book is. Look at how big this book is. Holy crap. I'm like, am I really going to read this whole thing? And I'm like, I kind of want to read the ending of it because, oh, okay. He wants a goose liver. Okay, so I'm like, because I'm like, how much is in this book that's not in the movie, you know? So, Jesus Christ. So, anyway. I got that, excited about that, and then I picked up the 3 War film set, and there's no DVDs in here because they're on my shelf in order of, I've got a bunch of DVDs that I need to watch, and they're all in order of, like, release date, and it's, like, really complicated, so I didn't want to take them out. So I just put the DVDs on the shelf in order of, like, you know, how I'll be watching them, and then I just put the shelf, put the case in my, my little, my Criterion, drawers or whatever. So yeah, and I had to put back a couple. I had ordered a Sanjuro, but I thought, you know what? Honestly, I'll just get the Yojimbo Sanjuro pack. I'll get both movies. It's Kurosawa. I like Kurosawa, you know, so I'm gonna give, you know, I'll give it another chance. I mean, I don't remember too much about Yojimbo, and I think that's what I was actually planning on rewatching. But again, I want to see what my original review of it was. I probably gave it a B. I could probably give it an A. I just need to give it another chance. So yeah, I'm going to do that. And then the other one I ordered but I had to pass on was the Stage and Spectacle set, the Jean Renoir set, and I had to pass out on that one because, in all honesty, I'm only getting it for French Can-Can. And, I have no interest in seeing Golden Coach or Elena and her men. They're two of Renoir's weaker films, whereas French Can-Can is one of his best, if not one of his better ones too. So yeah, I want to get one more. I'm thinking maybe High and Low. I don't have that one. High and Low, or jeez, I have to look at my wish list. Hell, I could probably look at it right now. Let's see. Let's see what does it say. High and Low. I wish I could get Touche Pas Grease B, but that's out of print, of course. High and Low, Onibaba, if I can find it. Lord of the Flies, maybe. Youth of the Beast, too. That's another one. Yeah, those are the only ones, but because Barnes & Noble are phasing out their older Blu DVDs, you know, and they don't really have a lot of their older DVDs in their stores anymore unless you order them. You know, I don't want to wait, so I figure I'll just get a Blu-ray. I'll probably get either High and Low or Lord of the Flies, you know, so one or the other. So anyway, yeah, so that's it for today. Thank you for sticking in there. I realize that, you know, my opinion is extremely unpopular, but it's my opinion. There are way other people you could watch, you know. I respect if you, you know, I all honestly hope that you understand that I just don't like this movie, you know. And you know, my opinion is fair. You know, I think, you know, I'm entitled to my own opinion. So, you know, is entitled. If you love the movie, so be it. You know that, hey, you get something out of it. I just don't. So, you know, let's agree to disagree, please. Let's agree to disagree when I say that Viridiana sucks. All right, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching. Tomorrow, Fist in the Pocket. Hopefully it'll be a little better. Although it doesn't sound it really doesn't sound that great. It doesn't sound that good, but we'll see. Fist in the Pocket tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Harlan County, USA. It's going to be a late night review. Usually I get my Wednesday reviews done before work, but I have to shift schedule because we're closing early for Thanksgiving. So this is going to be a late night review, but we will have it done. So if you're expecting it earlier in the day on Wednesday, you'll have to wait a little. It'll be later. And then Thanksgiving, we got some Louis Malle, Elevator to the Galaxy. Excited about this one. And then Friday, Black Friday, Dazed and Confused, which a lot of people will be dazed and confused for Black Friday because they'll be running around and getting killed for a Blu-ray player or a computer or a piece of clothing. Yeah. So anyway, and then next Sunday, we got A New Amour, which I'm not looking forward to from the cover. I'm not looking forward to this, so that'll probably be crap. I don't know. We'll see. Then next Monday, we've got Equinox, and I can't show you that one because I can't get that one from the library. It's just one of those that I just can't get. So the only way I'm going to be able to watch this movie is to watch it on Filmstruck. It's on Filmstruck, but there's a plethora of supplements, and if I like it, I'll buy it, and I'll review the supplements, but otherwise, this may be just one that, and then maybe in the near future, if the library buys Equinox for our collection, which I may request that we do, I don't know. But if we do, I'll do the supplements, or if I'll do the supplements, if one, I like the movie and want to buy it, or if two, or if I can get the library to buy it for us, So, but just for now, next Monday, Equinox is going to be a one movie, just a movie review, no supplements, unless Criterion puts the supplements up, which they won't because they only seem to be doing the most newest ones like Blood Simple and Mulholland Drive. It's like, yeah, you should do that for all your movies, so that nobody has to ever buy a DVD ever again, So yeah, so anyway, yeah, next Monday will be Equinox. Next Tuesday, Yee. And then next Wednesday, Coco Talking Gorilla. And then next Thursday, Canterbury Tale. They all came in. And the week after that, we get started on the Eric Romero 6 Moral Tales, which will be the whole week. And then we got Kick. What do we got? And then the week after that, what do we got? We got some Noah Baumbach. What was it? Kicking and Screaming, Seduced and Abandoned, Spirit of the Beehive, Jigoku, Solo con tu Pareja, Clean Shaven, Hands Over the City, Jane Campion, Sweetie. Oh boy, more Jane Campion. Although I want to give Jane Campion another chance. I mean, maybe it was just I just didn't like, again, my whole thing with An Angel at My Table is Carrie Fox. So, let's give Jane Campion another chance with a good movie, And I think this is the only other movie we have too. So hopefully, Sweetie, fingers crossed, good movie. So yeah, and that's all I have on my little time sheet I have. So anyway, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Bunuel sucks. Don't rape your niece. Don't rape the woman. A woman's house you break into. And just don't make shitty movies. That's it for me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for Fists in the Bucket. And until then, goodbye.